Good evening, everybody. Welcome or welcome back. My name is Renee. This is Minecraft. And tonight I am going to be building up a horse stable in our forever world while you drift off to sleep. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the sounds of the rain, the gentle breaking and placing of the blocks, the noises of the animals around here along the way, and let the music carry you off into a nice, deep, and peaceful sleep. We are standing here at the edge of the city of Aurora with our flower field and flower farm in the background. And if I turn around behind us, we have a very open space next to an unpaved road. And this does lead towards what I would consider to be the edge of the city. Once the city is finished, it comes all the way down here to a little land bridge. And the plan is to turn this little area here into a river. So we'll have a little pathway that leads up the mountain a bit, and then right here we'll open up into the city. So we have a big cascading wave of flat areas to build upon. And my thought is that we build the horse stable somewhere over here, because if this is the entrance to the city, then it makes sense that we would want to be able to get our horses quickly or put them away quickly. And then we can walk through the city. We do need a pretty big area of flat land. And I'm almost wondering if we take down this grass here a couple of layers, either to this layer, yeah, probably to this layer, and we could put the horse stables right here, because these little patches here are a little too thin, I think, unless we wanted to expand one of them outwards. Maybe right here. Maybe if this layer continued to this edge. And then this would be 2 grass blocks tall, but we could always do some sort of stairway in the road. We can put a retaining wall up, which might be nice. I do enjoy a retaining wall. Would it make sense to take this level outward instead and do it too high? No, I don't think so. Well, maybe. let's go do some resource gathering and we can think about it. We don't have to decide right now. I'm not sure exactly what material we will build out of yet. We will need at least 4 stables. Well, I guess the stables are the entire building, and there would be stalls within the stables. So we will have to decide that right here and now. Please let me know, you guys, if this sound is too loud or not. It seems a little too loud for me, but it might be alright for you all. So let me know what you think. Let's see. I think we'll only need 1 shulker box. We'll put the leads away. And let's take a look at our materials. I know we're going to use probably mostly wood, which means it will be a combination of a couple wood types. I'm going to grab spruce because we always use spruce. It's sort of the base wood type for this city. Trapdoors, fence gates. There's a possibility that all of those will be used. I'm not sure about the hanging signs. We'll leave those for now. And something tells me we're gonna want these buttons. Let's trade for more trapdoors. And let's grab some sticks. We always need some sticks. Now what would complement the spruce well? Oak is a classic option. Birch or pale oak. I think those are the ones that I'm deciding between. And we might end up using 2 of these along with the spruce and leaving 1 out. I think I want to use pale oak. It'll have a nice heavy contrast with the darker browns and the lighter whites. I think we could probably bring in some pale hanging moss if we do that, which I think would be very pretty. Let's see now. We'll just grab a few stacks. We'll come back if we need to get more. And then what would connect well between the pale oak and the spruce? Let's set them down so we can take a look. Cherry blossom, that's interesting. It's hard to tell in this lighting, I think. It looks very similar to oak, but it's got a bit of a pink tint. I don't think I like it enough. I wonder if there's a stone type that we can use. Would any of these match? Let's see. Not quite. I don't mind that actually. I kind of like that. Okay. Or polished diorite. No. I like the andesite. I don't quite know why. I feel like the tones all match. Slightly, I don't know, slightly cool tone, slightly pale, something like that. But I do think that looks good. Let's actually put this hoe back. We'll put the elytra and the fireworks back as well. We won't need to be using those. Let's put this pickaxe that I'm not going to use it if it's that low. And here's a water bucket. Okay, everything else is supposed to be here. Let's start organizing our materials. We'll put the granite and the polished diorite away. Let's grab this polished andesite. And if we need more than that, we will come back. I don't anticipate these stables to be very large or very complicated, but definitely a little repetitive, which can be nice sometimes. Let's grab the glowstone. Let's grab the soul lantern. Something tells me that those might look nice with that color scheme we just picked. I'm gonna grab the cyan banners as well. I'm gonna grab the end rods. We haven't used those for anything yet. Maybe we can try them out here. No candles. I don't think it would make sense to have flame out in the open, but we'll definitely need an iron chain or two along the way. Let's see, we'll grab the iron bars. And then I know we're gonna need plenty of good greenery. So glow lichen. Let's do acacia leaves. Firefly bushes, of course. Some azaleas, some leaf litter, most certainly. And then I think some moss carpets will come in handy. I'm not sure about regular moss. Oh, our Enderman has despawned. Oops. Alright. I'm gonna grab these open eye blossoms. Since we're using pale oak, I think that works. And then maybe some lily of the valley. And then I want to bring in another color. We could definitely do a spore blossom or two. And let's do the blue orchid. I think that might be a little too matchy-matchy. Why don't we do dandelions? Bring in a bit of yellow. I think that would be nice. Alright, and I know there's more we're gonna need. Like dirt. We're gonna need plenty of dirt. So let's put as much of this in here as we can. Definitely gonna need some dirt. And we're gonna need packed mud and mud bricks. I know I grabbed those in the wrong order. And some coarse dirt. Rooted dirt would be nice, but we only have 3 left. And that's not enough to make it look natural. So we'll just stick with what we have here. And then I know we're gonna need barrels. I don't think we're gonna need chests. We will certainly need hay bales. And now where would I find those? I think we need to make some. We don't have the inventory space to make some right now. Let's see. Let's just put some dirt in here really quick. And then we'll get some hay or some wheat, I suppose. Run back to the crafting table. Make some hay bales. We'll make more than that. 19. Let's make it a little over 20. We can put the hay back. Say hi to the cows. And I think we are just about good to go. Let's get our shulker box. Let's bring a couple doggos. Just for some extra fun. Oh, glowberries. We'll have the glow lichen. The eye blossoms put out light. Maybe we can do a build without glowberries for once and see how it goes. We should definitely pick up some bone meal from our flower farm along the way. You never know when you need to make something grow. be plenty for us. Let's come back out here to our work site. And I think I do want to take this layer out one more, or go, like, take this layer here and go all the way out. Which means we're gonna have to build this up a little bit. Maybe instead of building everything up, we can leave it like this and have that retaining wall coming out and down and around. My worry is the view. I mean, I guess that's just how it's gonna have to be. Some views are gonna get obstructed. I think this is a better spot to view this build anyways. So no matter, this is what my heart is telling me to do, is build it up. So I'm going to listen. Oops. And that's what we are going to do. Let's place down a couple more torches in here, just in case any spiders try to spawn. I'm not sure if spiders spawn in just one block high. I feel like they would. Because they fit in one block. Otherwise, we'll leave that tree there for now. Excuse me. You may need to move it or take it down later, but this is good for now. Let's fill in this whole patch with dirt. That should have been picking up the dirt. Look, the textures are different. Is it because it's being rained on? Oh, I know what's happening. This is coarse dirt, isn't it? Oh, I did not mean to use coarse dirt. That's unfortunate. We will have to take that down. Oops. I suppose we could have left it up. And then just as we went along, we could have changed it out for regular dirt as needed. But I've already begun, so we'll just finish what we started. All of this is coarse dirt too, isn't it? No, I think that was regular dirt. Oops. Don't want to fall down there. I feel like both of our dogs just fell down there. Okay, let's run away. Maybe they'll teleport to us. There's one. Let's try that again. And there they both are. Okay. Problem solved. Why don't we get a little more organized? We can set this lime shulker box down. And we can do one of these barrels. And put stuff in the barrel, especially the coarse dirt. Okay, now it's only dirt. No chance for me to make that mistake again. I'm probably going to be a little less talkative in this video. I did get back from a pretty tough workout recently, and my body is very tired. And sometimes it's nice to just sort of zone out, especially when I'm just doing a simple task like placing blocks, and just kind of let my mind go quiet and focus on what's right in front of me, without worrying about anything else in this present moment. Alright, that's a pretty good space. Just wanted to make sure we could make path blocks out of the dirt. I should know that already, but apparently I don't. Sorry for the zoom-ins, you guys. I got a new mouse recently as well. It's a cool gamer mouse. It's very lightweight, and it has some flashing colors. But some of the side buttons are placed a little differently than my old mouse, so I just need to get used to it a little bit. Okay, I think we are ready to start planning this out. I'm like, where is this light coming from? Oh, that's kind of cool. The morning sun shining between the blacksmiths and the trees is creating this little column of light here. And that's us. All right. Let's figure out what shape we want for our horse stables. I'm thinking a sort of L shape, and it'll just kind of tuck into the corner right here, and then there can be a little bit of open space out front as like a sort of small pasture for the horses. I think that would be nice. Let's see if we're gonna leave that tree there, which we could take it down. You know what? I'm gonna take it down. I think it would be a little easier to see what we have to work with and to make some adjustments. These are handy dandy enchanted shears to get rid of a bunch of these leaves. Let's see. Some of them belong to that tree, so we will definitely leave those. But some of them definitely don't. Okay, I'm gonna shape this tree up a little bit. Alright, that should be good. Yeah, it just looked a little off. It looked a little funky. Okay, then we can clean up this dirt a bit. It's not too bad. I do kind of like that it's a little funky. But maybe we fill it in just to anchor that tree a little more. We can connect these. I think that's good. Okay, let's see. Why don't we tuck the edge of the stables right up there. And we do need to figure out how they're going to connect up to this road. I think it would make the most sense. This is right in the way, isn't it? I think it would make the most sense to have the road come through here. Okay, let's start filling in the depth of where these stalls are gonna go. Actually, you know what? Looking at it now, I think I want the stables to face the opposite direction. So we'll have a couple along the side here, but then I actually want these to come across this way. I think we'll build up a retaining wall, and it's okay if the stable comes right up to the back of it. I think that makes a little more sense, especially if this is going to be the entrance. I think it makes more sense for this to be open here so you can see the front of the build. And then we'll still make the back of the build look pretty, of course. So let's do some math now and figure out how much space we need. If this is going to be where the walls go, like the back wall here, we need, a minimum of 3. I'd say 4 to be safe. If we did that, and then if we did 4, that leaves 3 inside. So let's actually do 5. I want to have 4 inside. What would that get us? How many stalls? If we did 4 long and 2 wide. Two wide. 1, 2. This would be here. And then we could bring this out 1 more. I don't want to waste all those dirt blocks. And that was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That is exactly the number of stalls I wanted. So that's perfect. Unless we want to give the horses more room than that. But you know what? I think that's all right. Okay. And then I'm not sure if we're going to have a fence. We'll at least have some sort of wall right here that goes along the side that's at least 1 more block tall to kind of protect anyone who's walking by. I want to extend that just a little bit. Okay. I think we can go ahead and start building it up. Let's see. Oh no, this is going to be a problem actually. Okay, bear with me. I don't want to spend the time to dig up those path blocks and replace them with dirt blocks. We can use a hoe to turn them to tilled land, and then from there they will turn back into grass blocks. And I put, oh my goodness, the hoe was already in our hands. At least we didn't run all the way home. I thought I was being so clever, running halfway home to the wizard's tower to the ender chest, and feeling so good for myself. That's not quite the right words. Feeling so good about myself for having remembered to put the hoe in the ender chest, but in fact it was in our hands all along. Okay, I think we may have to do blocks long for the stalls instead of 4. Because then this corner here, yes, will work better. Okay. So it's just gonna be like that. And then we're gonna have this extra space back here. We won't really have access to it, so let's just set a torch. Oops. We'll set a torch there at some point. Okay. Let's grab out our firefly bushes. We have 2 here. We'll just put them down there and there so we get little particles floating about. I love those little dreamy particles. And then let's grab our spruce. Oh, he's getting right up close, giving us kisses. Sweet little doggo. Alright, spruce blocks in the corners, of course. These will be our columns. And then I'm thinking I want to use the polished andesite as the sort of first layer here, like a foundation or a support. And unfortunately, I just realized I was not recording via flashback. Actually, I suppose you could say fortunately, because as I haven't actually, I didn't get too far into the process. Just lay down some of one layer. And I am going to go back and redo it with flashback recording now, because it's gotta be perfect. I take that back. It doesn't have to be perfect, but I want to do a sort of start to finish time-lapse video for this build, and for that to work out perfectly and properly, we need to have it start from the very beginning. Now I think, let's see, yeah, this needs to be back one more. Okay, so I definitely want to use andesite in the middle here. And, oh, we need a crafting table. Why didn't I bring a crafting table? That's one of the most basic blocks you need to build something. Let's see, I want to make, oops, I don't need to go over there. I want to make andesite fences or walls. Oh, you need unpolished andesite. Can you not make a polished andesite wall? I feel like you should be able to. Maybe not. They have polished black stone walls. Tough wall, tough brick wall. Interesting. Granite. Yeah, those use the raw material. Endstone brick wall. I forgot about endstone. We should use that at some point for something. Okay, well, that's not quite what I had envisioned, but maybe these will still work, or we could do stairs. Maybe one out like that. We will figure it out. Let's build up our columns. Let's see. We have one, that's 2. Here's 3. Oops. The horses just need to walk in here. Yeah, I think 3 is good. Doesn't need to be super tall. And we're gonna bring the roof up from here anyways. My apologies if you heard that sneeze. It came on too fast for me to mute the mic or turn the sound off or anything, so I just had to let it happen. Okay, what I want to do is build up a pretty shallowly sloped roof, kind of like we did for the bamboo warehouse. But I'm not sure if I want it to go up one more. We are going to have a little overhang that comes out. It won't be made of andesite, it'll be made of campfires. But I just want to see about that height, especially with horses in here. Maybe we should bring our horses over so that they can check out their new spot as it's being built. And we can put them inside. I forgot that I, changed the orientation of those campfires up there. Okay, we have all our horses over here. Let's see. If I can get all of them at once, that would be great. Okay, come on you guys. Let's go. Look at us, all together, little happy family. Oops. Okay, that's enough trying to maneuver from that perspective. It was cute for a moment, but I'm not very good at it. Although I suppose now that we're on a straightaway, oh my gosh, they're all facing the other direction. They didn't even want to be here. That's so funny. Okay. I should have a fence in here. Yes. We can place this fence down. Where should we put it? Let's put them over here. then I wonder if I could get one at a time. It's gonna place them all down. Let's see. Guess I can just take these off of those two. And bring this guy over here. Come on in, I want to measure your height over the yeah, that's a little too close. I want to bring it up one more. Let's put this guy down. Cobalt. And of course, Novella went running off. She always likes to get herself into trouble. When I first found her, she was down a waterfall into a cave. Where did she go? Oh, she's in the flowers. That's actually kind of sweet and beautiful. I actually really love that. Oh my goodness. Okay, well, I love that you love the flowers, my dear. But I'm gonna have to bring you back over here. Alright. Mission accomplished. That was very helpful. I want to build these columns up one more. Let's see, I don't have any scaffolding. I forgot about that. Okay, I do also want the elytra. It'll be easier to get down from the top of the build that way. So let's run home and get both of those things. Scaffolding and the elytra. Actually, I might be able to just run up there. Are you stuck again? Well, I'm gonna have to leave him for now. I can't remember if my scaffolding is in here or not. It is. Perfect. Scaffolding and the elytra. We won't need the rockets. I'm not going to be flying anywhere. I just want to be able to glide down. I'm getting really excited about this place, you guys. I just saw this path that I've placed before, and we're going to have a whole like city center urban area out here with more like market stalls along the way. I'm actually very excited about that. Let's frolic through the flowers to get back over here. Beautiful. All right. Now we can, let's see if that'll reach. Not that one. Oops. Alright. Oh, I wonder if I can just stand on here. Yeah, I can do that. That's easier. Maybe. Perfect. Alright. So that's gonna be our main height. And then I know I want to do spruce for the roof. And I think I want to do pale oak in sort of the front face of the roof. You'll see when we get there. I'm not sure if I want to do pale oak for the walls or if we want to do spruce for the walls. I think I kind of want to do a mixture of both, but I'm not quite sure how that would work. I could do spruce for these small side ones here and over there. And then pale oak along the back. I'm kind of feeling that. And I think we should do just regular spruce planks. And then a window, of course. We'll leave the window on that one. And then we would want pale oak planks. Oh, that's a perfect 64. Lovely. All right. And then these will go here. Oh, you guys are going to be a nuisance now if you keep jumping up with me. Okay. We'll have the doggos sit and stay. Another option would be, instead of the planks, we do stripped logs, which would be similar. It would match the wizard's tower, because I think we did stripped logs over there. However, that is plank, and I kind of like the planks. We need more. Let's get some more. Let's make some more. I suppose I could have made some more just standing up there, huh? Oh well. Okay. We have the basic outline here. I think what I want to do is texture up the floors a little bit, just to kind of go along with the sort of ground up process we've been doing so far. That means I'll need coarse dirt, packed mud, mud bricks, and leaf litter. We'll start with those. I'll grab some spruce buttons as well. Alright, and let's put some of this other stuff away. Trying to stay a bit organized here. Okay. Let's hold on to the fence. We have 3 sticks. I feel like that's not really enough to be useful. Okay, we'll start with the packed mud, the coarse dirt, and the mud bricks. Oh, you do need to move, don't you? And if I don't get this guy up, I'll forget about him. And we don't want that. Okay, let's put up a couple torches. Just for some extra light around here. And I'll start by... You know what? Let's turn all of this from path blocks back into dirt. And then we are about to make more path blocks, but I just wanted these to be open and free. Actually, we're going to replace these with coarse dirt anyways, because this is where the fences are going to go, the borders between each stall, and you can't place fences on path blocks, or can you? Something else I maybe should know, but I don't. Oops, silly doggo. Alright, let's run away so that he'll come teleporting back. And then I know what we're going to use. Spruce fence gate. I think I might have just enough. Not there. Like that. And then now all of the grass in here needs to be replaced. So some of it will become path. Yeah, let's just do this too. I'm not sure yet if we're gonna close that off or leave it open. But just in case we leave it open, oops. Well, we may as well get some of these dirt blocks. Okay, I think we're gonna need to have the doggos sit down again. Okay. Let's just remove all the dirt. We're gonna lose it. That's okay. I do not have the patience to try to go down there and gather it all. Especially since I think that's only one block tall. We'd have to pick up all of the dirt, so that's not worth it to me. But we'll start placing some packed mud down. And then after the packed mud, we will do packed mud bricks. I'm not so sure about the packed mud brick. Let's leave it for now. I'll decide later if I want to keep it or not. And I think we're going to grab this andesite once again. And we're about to cover up the coarse dirt, but that's okay. So I think I do want to bring in the andesite a little more. And then I think that means we're going to replace these packed mud bricks with coarse dirt. Which means we will need to gather it up. I'm not gonna leave packed or mud bricks ungathered. Hopefully we can maybe grab them before they fall, but it doesn't look like that's gonna be the case. So I guess on the bright side we'll pick up some dirt as well. Even though we're also simultaneously leaving dirt behind. Oops. It's just kind of funny. Funny how things play out. Let's do that too. Oops, didn't mean to do that one. I guess we are recovering more dirt than we lost, so that's something. One more, yes. Okay. Now coarse dirt to fill in. And we should probably change these out as well, because those are going to turn into normal grass. And I don't think that quite makes sense. So let's see, we can do a mixture of the coarse dirt and the packed mud. I think that will be good. Maybe 2 packed mud. Maybe 2 coarse dirt. Regular dirt. 1 coarse, 1 packed. 2 more. Packed mud. We'll do 2 packed mud. And then coarse dirt. Packed mud. Alright. And then just to bring in a little bit of texture. As if it's been trampled and is well used. We'll do that. And then we'll see if we do any more texturing with the ground, but I think that's good for now. Let's start to work on the roof. I know we're gonna have a little overhang, but it has to attach to something. Should we do a cross beam of spruce? Or should we just do like a half slab going across? Give me one moment. I'm going to look at my reference photos, which are on Pinterest. There is a link in the description if you ever want to see where I get my inspiration. I have a Minecraft board. Okay. This is what we're gonna do. We need to go up one more. Oh, the leaf litter. I forgot about the leaf litter. Let's put some of that down too. Let's see. I wonder. I'm trying to figure out where I could even place it. Let's see. Some of that will get replaced with. Well, I was going to say hay bales, but there isn't really enough room in the stalls for hay bales. We'll have to put those somewhere else. But that's fine. We can put them off to the side. We can maybe put a single hay bale in the corners of some of these. I think that will work. Okay. I do think I want to put a crossbeam of spruce. So let's grab the spruce logs. We might need to get some more spruce logs at some point. But let's see. We go up one more. And then this comes across. And then we'll bring these up as well. Alright. Oops. And then I think from here, we can put fences across the top. I think I just like the look of that, yeah. And then we'll bring in a line of, oh, what are they called? You know. A line of campfires. Put out campfires across the top as well. And then, I don't know if it should be andesite, but we should have something attached to these outside edges. Like that. Would it be too strange to make this andesite? I don't think so, actually. I kind of like that. Let's do that. So andesite all around the bottom. We'll leave that there. But here and here and this last one over here. Yeah, I like that actually. I really like that. Okay. Perfect. So then we'll have... some sort of overhang. Something to attach the campfires to. We could just do that. That, and will one go in the center here? Not easily. I'm not so sure. Let's take them down for now. Maybe we should go get the campfires. And then we can go from there. We'll put them up and then see what makes sense. Let's do that. Please excuse the time change if it's noticeable. I had to pause my recording and pick it back up. But now I think we're going to, like I said, go get the fireplaces? No, that's not the right word. Oh my gosh. Why is this word escaping me? To you guys, I said it not 10 seconds ago. Fire logs. Campfire. That's the right word. Let's go get some campfires. And then we'll place them down and see what we need to do from there. Okay, I think we only have a few. Yes, we only have 9, which means we need to make some more. And I believe we'll do that through sticks. And we can use these oak planks to make more sticks. More than that. We need sticks, we need logs, we need coal. Let's just make 20. That's almost not quite enough, I don't think. Or maybe it will barely be enough. These campfires are very expensive to make. Let's try that. We can bring the coal with us. I want to grab another spruce log. Another stack of spruce logs just to be safe. And then, yes. Here we can take these planks. We'll make these into sticks really quick. And then let's make a few more campfires. Alright. We'll grab these. I do think that will be plenty, but just in case, I would rather have more than less. Oh, I hit a little prickly bush there. My bad. Okay, I am liking the way that it looks. As we kind of crest over the hill there, come down. Let's start placing these. Funny to have a bunch of fires going while it's raining. We can climb up here and put them all out. All right. I do think that works. I like that. Let's continue building up the roof. We'll get some spruce planks. We should get some pale oak planks as well. Let's see, we might need to make a few more. Oh, I meant to put these buttons down on the floor in some spots. Well, I guess that gets rid of the leaf litter. That's all right. Okay, back up here. Or should these cross beams be spruce logs as well? I think these should also be spruce logs, actually. Oh no, that's not what I wanted. There we go. All right. Now we can start to build up the roof. And I know that I want to use spruce slabs. So let's see, let's put some of this away for now. Get a little organized. And we'll use these planks to make slabs. Okay, a stack and a half. Let's start with that. If we need to make more, we definitely will. Let's see. I believe, if I remember from doing the bamboo warehouse, it's a little tricky to build up with the slabs like that. And it's also going to be a little tricky because these are two very different lengths. So the degrees to which the roof will grow is a little different. Let's think about this for a moment. We might have to do a roof facing this way, and then also a roof facing this way. And they might just be different sizes. We're gonna have to get a little creative, but I think I have a vision. So let's start with this side actually. And it'll come across like that. Yeah, the difficult part is placing the slabs down. So I can do one at a time as they step up without placing two on top of each other, melding them together. You know what I mean? So we can do that and that. And I'm not quite sure where the center is, but let's just do this one. Okay, yeah, we can have it come up to a point. I think that's fine. Okay, we're getting close to the middle here. That goes like that, and then one on top, and then that would go like that. Okay, so we've got a pretty simple, even stacked roof here. And then this side, we're going to do the same thing, just facing this way. So we'll have two coming off the side, they'll stick out a little bit. And then we'll build the roof up from there. So let's do that. Climb up here. That one was much easier. with that. We'll do the same thing here. Okay. And then we can just sort of fill it in. We want to make sure it hangs off in the back here as well. We're definitely going to need more slabs. Oops. There we go. Okay. Let's take these spruce logs, make a bunch of spruce planks, and then make a bunch of slabs. We'll make a little more. I feel like that's not going to be quite enough. Okay, let's try that. And then let's see how this will connect. I think we can just do the same thing. Follow the slabs backwards. Let's see how that looks. Okay, I like this from the front. I don't know about this side though. Because we can't take this part of the roof all the way over. I mean, maybe that's okay. It is a little strange, I think. Would it be better to try to have it facing this way? I kind of think so. Let's try that. If we don't like it, we can always come and put this back. But maybe it'll be okay. if this peak of the roof on the smaller side is a little smaller. Oh, didn't mean to fall. Let's go pick up all the planks that were dropped. Okay. So then what we're doing on this side is the same thing. Building up into the middle. This is a bit of a dilemma. I think I'll just have to build it up from the back. Perfect. There we go. Okay. It looks a little funny, I think. But let's fill it out. See how it looks. Even that helps a little bit already. And then these would be coming forward. Let's go up a little more. Oops. Okay, that kind of connects a little better. And then this goes straight backwards. I can get around this leaf block. Now the question is, what do we do about this corner? Maybe it can be flat, because both of these sides are kind of leading down to this little spot here, which would be flat and would go over each side. Another option is we could put like a little tower here, but I don't know. I don't know if that's really the style I want for this barn. It wouldn't really serve any purpose, it would just be aesthetic. And I do really like my builds to serve a purpose, or at least feel like they would serve a purpose. No, there's something not quite right about it. It doesn't really make sense. Let's see what it looks like from the back. Yeah, it just has just kind of flattens out. That doesn't look too bad from the back, but I'm wondering if we should maybe do this on this side, but build it so it peaks like in the middle here, and do it as if this entire chunk needed the roof over it. Let's try that. Which, yes, does mean tearing it all down, but that's all right. I always end up tearing something down in every build. Okay. Why don't we... Let's see, I was going to say put a cross beam here of the spruce logs, but I don't think I have any more spruce logs on hand anyways. So I think we can build it up without that. So we'd be starting here again, going this way. And then from here, do the same thing. And we'd be building it up like this. Actually, this one would technically need to drop down. We might have to stack two like that. That goes like that. And then one more. And one more. Okay, let's come back to this side. See where that gets us. Okay, we're close. We just need to stack one more plank. Not plank. Slab. Okay, how's that? Now the question is, how do these roofs connect? Oops. Oops. Third time's the charm. There we go. Oh, you guys, I have no idea what I'm doing. Maybe we forego a pointed roof altogether on this side. And maybe we just do a flat roof, because I don't know how this is going to connect up unless we do something like this. Which makes sense in the back here, like that. But what does that look like from the front? See, we're getting all funky now. Okay. Let's do this. Let's try just a plain flat roof. We'll keep it simple and extend off on this side. We can maybe even have this extend out so we have a little bit of an overhang. And then the rest of this is just flat. Let's try it. How does that look from this side? Okay, I don't think that looks too bad. I don't like this here. I don't think that makes any sense. If anything, we would pull this out like that. Alright, let's fill it in. Okay, I'm alright with that. I think that works. Now it's time to fill in this front part of the roof here. I wanted to do that with these pale oak planks. So let's make some more. But that made a lot. Alright. We definitely don't need that many, but better to have them on hand than to not have them. And the challenge now is going to be fitting these in. I think we'll have to bring in some slabs as well. Because the roof is slabs. So we're gonna need to fill in some places. Except we can't. We'd have to take that out and do that. And then maybe we'll, on the top, cover them up. Let's see. Yeah, there's still a spot on this side that needs one. Over here as well. Let's see if we can crouch. Crouch and get over here. Okay. So that looks good from the front. But if we climb up here, we have these sticking out. And we could put trapdoors over the top. But we're still going to have this on the sides. Let's just do that. Oops. And we're going to have the same thing on the back as well, so it'll at least be symmetrical, and maybe it'll just look like, you know, a little extra part of the roof. Okay, let's go to the back. I keep thinking that the buttons in here are items I need to pick up. Okay. I didn't take a look at the roof back from this side. Yeah, it's alright. I'm good with that. Let's get on up here. And start placing down these planks. I gotta get over there, but I don't think I have enough blocks, so let's just climb down. Build up. Like that. Okay. And we should be able to do the rest from the middle here. Okay, just two more. Oh wait. That one did not need to be taken out like that. Okay. Almost. see, can I put this? Alright, we'll do this one. I think this will just stack. Yes. And then this last one, we'll need to take that out, put that in, and 1, 2. Okay, great. Let's hop up here and we'll need a few more, oops, just a few more spruce slabs. Okay. Should I do one at the very top? I kind of don't want to. Maybe these can go all the way across, just for a little extra something something. All right. That's looking good so far. Alright, so now that we have this sort of base done, I think it's time to add some details and finish filling in these horse stalls. Kind of separating them out a little better. I think we might end up just filling this in and having it be unused space, which we would do so with the polished andesite, and we just build up a little wall here. Let's do that for now. And then later, if we decide we want to change it up a little bit, we can. But I like the way that looks too, kind of bringing in an andesite wall as well. And brings this block into the build a little more. And then let's grab, well, we don't need to grab them actually, we have them in hand. We'll grab the spruce fences. I was thinking these would be good as the sort of separation between the stalls so that it's not a full wall, but there's still something there. And then I'm not sure if we're going to go all the way up to the ceiling. We'll maybe just do it like that. We can leave the ceiling open. We can put some lights up here. I think that will work. One more forward. There we go. Oh, we need more. We need more fences. Let's see. We have plenty of planks. But I believe we need sticks to make fences. That should be more than enough to finish off this row. Alright, that's looking good. Now let's see, we've got these windows here. We'll just put a spruce fence into each of them. And then let's grab the trap doors. Are they in hand? No. I thought I had spruce trapdoors here already. Oh yes, there they are. I just wasn't looking very well. Just one trapdoor above each window. Alright. Let's see what else we can do to decorate, especially since this back wall is so plain. We could do spruce fences across this cross beam here. You guys know I like to use spruce fences to give a little bit of extra depth. So we can bring that in. And I think we'll need, yes. We'll need to build up this side to do the same thing. Let's see if we have enough fences or if I'll need to make more. I think we'll have enough. Perfect. Okay. I think we can probably put a window up here. Maybe a lantern as well hanging down. And maybe we'll put some windows in this wall. Let's try that. Maybe we'll do that from the inside. And we can also do the same thing and put a window up here. Let's see. Maybe just like that, with the fence inside. Let's do the same thing over here. I'm gonna break this leaf litter, aren't I? That's fine. And then if we want to put windows here, I suppose we could just do two blocks in the back of each stall. Maybe not these ones on the sides. Let's see, there and there. And then here. We'll see what that looks like from the back. But first, let me grab these soul lanterns. I want to try hanging one from here. It does not give off very much light, but it does look cool. Maybe one from here, and one from here. If we're gonna do that, I think it should be even. from side to side. Let's see, maybe I'm not a fan of this window. Let's see what that looks like from the back. Okay, they're a little off center, but they're centered with that window up top, so I don't mind that. Let's make a few more fences so we can fill those in. All right. So right from the middle here, let's climb. We'll go all the way up. We'll drop a soul lantern. And then we can do fences and trapdoors on top of them. Great. Let's keep going. What else needs to be done? I think we're pretty close, you guys. We definitely need to add some greenery and some more lighting. Let's grab these end rods and the glowstone and see if we can't do something with that. I'll definitely need the acacia leaves. We'll hold on to all of this stuff just in case. Let's grab this hanging moss. Let's grab the carpet. Let's grab these banners as well. And then we'll save the flowers for the end, but maybe the glow lichen in hand. Let's grab the barrels and the hay bales, as we'll use those for decoration. What we could do is put in a little door back here and maybe open up this area. We could even path block it. And let's see, does that get us right in the middle? Yes, let's do this. Just because I do dislike wasting space. Let's see. I need more andesite. Or should we do spruce? Let's do the andesite. That's calling to me. We can grab these chains and bars as well. Maybe we will hang these from chains instead. Okay, let's cross that bridge in a moment. First, I want to place these down. And we will have this be a storage area. Let's do an end rod. And we'll get some stairs. To go here instead. And then we can fill the inside here. some stacked barrels and some hay bales. Some, well, I was gonna say some scaffolding, but maybe not. Maybe here. How about just one? Just like that. Alright, I think that's good. Oh, my voice is going. Let's make a door. I always make new doors instead of getting old doors from our storage room, but it's alright. Okay. Just one spruce. Excuse me, just one spruce door. Not right there. Let's see. I don't know. Oh, I don't think I can place it on top of the stairs, but I can place it right there. Okay. There, that's perfect. Oh, and let's do our usual single stair upside down above the door. Okay. Alright, there we go. A little door off to the side. We can do maybe an iron bar. And then a lantern under it. To act as like a little light to guide you toward it. And then why don't we stack up some hay bales over here? Well, first let's adjust the ground a little bit. There would definitely be at least some path blocks here. And maybe even some dirt. I kind of want to put some coarse dirt down. Because if this is where the hay bales are sort of stored, I feel like this area would end up getting a lot of foot traffic. And maybe they just kind of stack them up and around. Like that. Let's do it this way. Alright, we'll do that for now. And then I think for the ground here, we'll do, let's see. We can maybe do one of these each as coarse dirt. And then we will do leaf litter. Do I have it in hand already? No. Where is the leaf litter? We're gonna do buttons. We'll put the coarse dirt away. There's the leaf litter. It blends in. We'll put that away. And I think we're done with the andesite as well. No more barrels. Okay, we definitely need to use this glowstone and emerald. We'll get there. Let's do the leaf litter first. I'm just sort of spinning around. Oh, and we're out of leaf litter. All right. That's why we have the bone blocks. So we can make more. I think I need to remove the torches from my hand real quick. Can't you? Oh, I thought you could bone meal the leaf litter to get more. Maybe I'm wrong. Oh well. Alright, well let's just bone meal some firefly bushes. We'll put more of those around. And then we can just bone meal the grass here instead. So we get a little extra. Oops. Put you back. Okay, I think a little grass is good. Let's plop these spruce buttons down a bit as well. These can go like over here. I don't know, something like that. Okay. I want to do some sort of lighting on the inside here. Or at least in here. Either hanging from the ceiling or attached to it somehow. What if we did just a couple of hanging end rods? One there, and then just to keep it symmetrical, one there. Okay, I think that works. That brings in some glow from the top. I don't think we'll do one there. And I'm not sure about these torches. I placed them there for some light while we were working. But they don't really fit the aesthetic. We could do end rods, but those feel like those are, I don't know, they take up a lot of real estate and they don't quite look right. Could do, let me put my torch back in my hand at least. We could do 2 end rods in here. Let's see, they hang a little lower. Maybe instead of doing the chain and the end rod, we do just the end rod. So it kind of mirrors what we've done in these 2 stalls, and then we get a little bit of light coming down. Okay, I think I'm good with that. And then, is there anywhere that it would make sense to put some glowstone? either in the ceiling, maybe just like that. So we get a little bit of light coming from up there. I think that's good. And then I don't think I grabbed any soul torches, but now I kind of wish I did, because we could put up soul torches there. They'd give off a little bit of light. But we could maybe hide some glowstone under some of our leaves. Okay, let's work on the greenery. Oh, we also have the glow lichen. Why don't we put some of that down? And what does that look like next to pale hanging moss? Oh, I do like the pale hanging moss a lot. Let's definitely do that in a few places. We'll do it there. We can do it, let's see, it's not going to work there, that's fine. Let me think for a moment. I think we'll leave those there as just some detail. Maybe we can hang one from up here a little more. Let's get the scaffolding. We can hang a couple from right here. And then maybe pull in some glow lichen. We'll do some glow lichen on this side as well. Something like that. And then let's put some over here. We can definitely hang some pale moss from this side. We can do that. Oh, I forgot vines as well. Maybe the pale moss can just take the place of the vines. No, we're gonna need some vines. We'll go do that in a moment, and we can get the soul torches as well. Let's put some of this pale hanging moss up here. I wonder if it will hang from the bottom of these. Oops, wrong one. No, it will not hang from there. Okay, no worries. That's good for now. I think we're done with the pale hanging moss. Let's put it here. We're done with the moss. We're done with the glow lichen. We still need the acacia leaves. I don't think we're going to use the moss carpet. We'll definitely use the banners. Let's go back home and we'll get soul torches and vines. And let's see, we'll get some item frames and some stone slabs as well, so we can do our little fancy torch setup. And I know I'm going to want to remove these ones. And then we'll come back, we'll do the vines, we'll do the leaves, the last little details. And then we're very close to being done, you guys. Coarse dirt, coarse dirt. Alright, we're just going to take some of this dirt home. Alright. Let's go. We're making good progress. Okay. We can put all this dirt back. Let's see. Gold torches. Do we have vines in here? I don't see any, so we'll have to go gather some. We also will need item frames. We'll need more than one, which means we need to make more. I think it's leather. Oh, what's in an item frame? And sticks. We always need more sticks. Right, let's make a bunch. Well, 4. 4 is not a bunch, I suppose. Okay, 10 is enough for our purposes. I'm gonna put some of this back. Okay, and then we just need some stone slabs. Alright, that's good for now. Let's gather up some vines. Okay, that should be enough. Oh, it looks so cute coming in from afar. I can't wait till we put our horses in here as well. Okay. We're just about to do all the finishing touches. Let's start with this. Item frame. I think we need to put the torch down first, actually. And then the item frame. There we go. And then we put the slabs in the item frame. And it looks like little torch holders. And let's do the same things here. There we go. looks good. And I actually want to remove this glow lichen. Okay, let's put these banners up. I think just here, 1, 2 would be good. Maybe one lower. Okay, that looks good to me. We've got to do vines, and we've got to do leaves, and then I think we're done after that. Let's get these leaves up. Let's see. This side isn't going to take the leaves, huh? Yeah, they're going to be one above. Well, why don't we do something I've done before. And we're going to put a little break into the wall, or into the ceiling rather. And we do that. And have this come down. We'll do that. You can't even see it from the front. That's funny. That's okay. We'll leave that there like that. And then we can have some coming down this way. There. And then, like I said, there'll be a retaining wall that we're going to build up there, so it'll make a little more sense once that's put into place. Let's do just something like this. Maybe they're kind of crawling down and curling around. Okay. And then we need some up here on this slope. Let's see what we got. Oops. Try again. Maybe we'll go up one more. Alright, we can do that there. And that can run across like that. And then this will come here. Maybe just across. Or maybe none of that at all. We can do oh, sorry I keep falling, you guys. I'm getting ahead of myself a little bit. Let's put that back. And then let's see. Do I want to do any greenery inside? We have the vines. Maybe we can do just some vines along the wall in some places. Just in a couple of the stalls. And then certainly some vines here. These will grow and spread as time goes on. And I think it'll look really nice in the future. Let's put one there. We can put a couple here. Let's do one right there. And on this side as well. All right. All right, everybody, I think we're done. Almost. I wanted to try putting a couple of hay bales in a couple of these stalls. I don't know if we can put one in every single one. Maybe we'll put one in every single one. The horses need something to eat after all. Let's do this one. Sideways, no. Sideways like that. Okay. And then let's do this one. Also sideways like that. Okay, and that's the last of our hay bales, and I think it looks good to have those just kind of peeking out from the stalls. Yeah. Let's see. I'm gonna forego the spore blossoms, but we can do the azaleas and some more dandelions. And we'll try some eye blossoms. Let's see how they look out here. No, I want to save those for something a little more special. Let's just throw down some more dandelions in a couple little places. We'll put some back here. And then I definitely want to do another firefly bush. And should we put down an azalea or two as well? No, I think that would be, yeah, I think that would be too much. All right, you guys, I think we're finished. Let's get the horses. I just realized I have some spruce shells. Is there anywhere that these would go that would make sense? Not really. Okay, that's fine. I do like the shells. I'd like to use them, but I'm not gonna force it if there really isn't any good way to use it. Let's put the lighting stuff back in here. We can do the leather. Oh, no, this and this, and then we'll put all of this stuff in here. Okay, we'll place this short grass down. Okay, that works. Now, okay, hold on. I want to make one little adjustment. This just caught my eye. Let's take that and maybe put it here instead. No, I don't like that at all. Okay, we'll take that back. Replace that guy. And then this will go back up here. Maybe what we can do is replace one of these with a couple of leaves. And do something like that. Okay. I think that's good, and then I kind of want to take down those hanging pale moss. Okay, I like that better. I think that flows more up there. And then let's just do that. Okay. Okay, I think that we are now all done. Let's get the horses and put them into their respective stalls. Okay, Novella, you're coming first because you like to get out and run away. No, you need to come in here. You need to come in here. Oh my goodness. Well, I'll just do that. Let me see if I can push her in. There you go. Yes. Go inside. Sweet girl, please, please. Please go in your stall. Okay, almost, almost. And stay there. Beautiful. All right. You can take that off. Did it come back to me? No, it's still hanging. There we go. Okay. One horse down. Oh, I hope she cannot jump over. I did not think about that. You know what? You know what? We'll try it. If they end up jumping out or jumping over, then we can make some adjustments. Let's see. Cobalt, come with me. You'll get the middle stall here. You want to come inside? There you go. Come a little further. Come on in. Beautiful. No, no, no. Okay. Now if I can just push him in a little further. Okay. Hopefully he will stay. And now where did the other horse go? This horse does not have a name yet. If you guys have any suggestions for what we could name him, please drop them in the comments below. Let's get him into here. Come on. A little further. Beautiful. Oh, you are so well behaved compared to your parents. This horse is actually the child of Novella and Cobalt. And look at them in their little stalls. Happy as little clams. And that's beautiful. Alright, you guys. Well, I think that's it. Thank you so much for joining me this evening as we built up these beautiful stables for our horses. I really like how they turned out. I think it fits the overall vibe and aesthetic of the city of Aurora as well. So I'm so happy with all the work that we got done here today. Please don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. I do stream live every single Tuesday and Thursday at 6 p.m. PST, so I hope to see you there sometime. Have a great rest of your night. I hope you get some nice, deep, and restful sleep, or whatever else you are doing this evening or this day. Good luck with all of that. And I will see you guys in the next one. Alright, bye-bye.